Hello everybody, welcome to another Nephilim build. Today we're going to rule the underground as Asgore Dreemur from Undertale. As always, keep in mind that these videos are about capturing the spirit of the character rather than capturing their abilities perfectly. With that said, let's start with ability scores. Using point buy will make strength 15, he's big and he wears plate armor. Next we'll make charisma and constitution 14, he's pretty beefy but also lovable. We'll make dexterity and intelligence 10, we won't need either, and dump wisdom. Declaring a war you don't actually want to fight isn't very wise. For race we'll go with Satyr because he's a big old goat man. We'll put our increases into strength and charisma and get ramp, magic resistance, and mirthful leaps. We'll also get performance and persuasion and take proficiency with the bagpipes, because Satyr. We'll also speak common and undercommon. We'll take the noble background, getting position of privilege. We'll also get history, but swap persuasion for nature to tend to our garden. We'll also speak Sylvan and take chess. Moving on to class, we're going to start off as a fighter. We get strength and constitution saving throws, pick athletics and intimidation, and be proficient with all weapons, armor, and shields. At level 1, we get second wind in our fighting style, taking great weapon fighting. We're now going to move to class of Draconic Sorcerer. Divine Soul might work thematically since a boss monster's soul is needed to achieve godhood, but this will help us better mechanically. We'll pick Guild for a Dragon Ancestor to hide our scales on our beard, speak Draconic, and get Draconic Resilience. We'll start off with 4 cantrips, taking Firebolt and create Bonfire for some fire, and then Booming Blade and Green Flame Blade. Booming Blade is the blue attack because enemies have to stay still to avoid more damage. Meanwhile, Green Flame Blade is the orange attack because enemies have to move away from each other to avoid more damage. We'll also get 2 spells, taking Burning Hands for fire and Shield for AC. At level 2, we'll get Font of Magic and take Chromatic Orb for the fire option. At level 3, we'll get Meta Magic, taking Empowered Spell and Quicken Spell. We'll also take Agonizer Scorcher for a line of fire. At level 4, we'll take the Elemental Adept feat for fire as well as Scorching Ray. Back to fighter, at level 2 we'll get Action Surge, and at level 3 we'll get our Martial Archetype. We're going to go with Rune Knight, getting Giant, Smith's Tools, and Giant Smite to get big. We'll also get Rune Carver, taking the Frost Rune for buff guy shit and the Fire Rune for more fire. At level 4 we'll take the Tough feat, at level 5 we'll get Extra Attack, and at level 6 we'll raise our strength. Back to Sorcerer, at level 5 we'll get Magical Guidance and take Friends and Fireball. And yes, I am aware that I should have gotten the cantrip at level 4, but I did not catch that until the last second. Too late to change it now. Baldur's Gate 3 has been fucking me up, y'all. At level 6 we get Elemental Affinity and take Melf's Minute Meteors. At level 7 we'll take Wall of Fire for a Ring of Fire, and level 8 we'll cap our strength and take Dragon's Breath for the fire option. Back to fighter, at level 7 we'll get Runic Shield and take the Hill Rune. At level 8 we'll raise our Charisma, at level 9 we'll get Indomitable, and level 10 we'll get Great Stature and the Stone Rune. He's very charming. At level 11 we'll get another extra attack, and level 12 we'll cap our charisma. Now that we're level 20 we finally have our modifiers. For inventory we'll take a trident, a set of plate armor, and a holy symbol for a locket. Our AC is 18, our boom speed is 30, and our average HP is 196 with 8d6 and 12d10 hit dice. And with that, we are done. Now what can this build do? To start, we're big, beefy, and able to do pretty decent melee damage with Giant Smite. We also have advantage on spell save DCs and can give ourselves resistance to all melee damage. More importantly, we have an absolute ton of literal firepower that ignores resistance. We can also mix up our Might and Magic with Quicken Spell, or use Melf's Minute Meteors to weaponize our bonus action while throwing more fire with our action. For weaknesses, we don't ignore fire immunity, so a red dragon is still gonna rock us. We also dumped Wisdom, which is always bad, and our weapon attacks aren't magical. Weaknesses aside, we can handle all but the most determined of foes. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you'd like to support my channel, there's a link to my Patreon down in the description. $1 a month gives you 2-day early access to my videos, a chance to vote for future characters, and access to all of my homebrew content. Let me know what you thought of this video down in the comments, and I'll see you all next week when I make Raiden from Mortal Kombat.